Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. It's Quick Tip Tuesdays. And I am back with another tip. And I really want to make sure that, first off, you know who I am. So I'm just like Quintanilla. I am your favorite writing coach and creative coach. I love, love, love what I do. I love helping people with their books and just being able to just help people out, to share their story, to do the things that they were created to do. And that's really my passion. That's really it. So listen, every Tuesday, I'm going to start coming in at noon. So I'm going to start joining y'all for lunch. So if you're on lunch and if you're tuning in, say hi, drop a comment. Let me know that you're on. If you're watching later on, just let me know what you thought about the topic. Okay. So today we are talking about ChatGPT. I had the honor and privilege of attending one of my friends' ChatGPT class, her little master class that she had, and it was amazing. She shared so much information, and I get asked a lot about ChatGPT. And a question I get asked a lot about in particular is titles. So I always get asked about, how do I come up with a chapter title? How do I, come up with a book title? And it makes sense to get lost. Sometimes, our books can have such a variety of concepts and ideas and thoughts that we want to put in this entire book, right? And how do you sum it up into a catchy title or something that is going to catch the eye? Because you don't want your title to be long. Y'all know how I feel about a title. I say this all the time. Your title shouldn't be a full sentence. It really should be catchy. It really should draw the reader to want to pick up your book and then want to read the back of your book to see what the book is about. So I'm really, really passionate about titles. And, sometimes I tell people it's okay if you don't have a title initially for your book. You can write your book and then come up with the title afterwards. As long as you understand what the message is of your book, right? What your main idea is, what your concept is, what you're trying to relate to the reader, you can always come up with a title after. Sometimes a book, though, can be so robust that it's like, how do you encompass everything? So I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, and I get the fear of, it's taking the creativity away. It's, replacing things, or it's just doing the work, it's making people lazy. It's none of those things. If you understand how to appropriately use ChatGPT, you can absolutely master whatever it is that you are trying to do in your career, in life, in your personal life. You can absolutely do that. So I want to share real quick, because y'all know I'm not here for a long time, just a good time. But I'm going to share really quick how I use ChatGPT and how I used it specifically for a client. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully y'all can see this, y'all. But I'll share my screen because I want to show you. And this is really simplistic, right? So here you see a prompt that I did with my chat. And I said, I'm editing a book for a client and I need an eye-catching book title for this topic. The topic was fuel up and prepare your career search. Are you ready for the world of work? So here is what the results were, right? And I wanted it to be really catchy. I didn't want anything too extensive. I didn't want to give it the audience yet because I really just wanted a few titles that I can work with. And here's what I mean by that. So of all of these, which are great, it gave me 10 options and I thought that was awesome. But here's what I do. I don't just copy and paste whichever one I like the most. I really look at which one, right? Because I might like the title of one option and I might like the subtitle of another option. And so I really try to encompass what I'm trying to relate to the reader based on these options and play around. So there's still that level of creativity. So even though ChatGPT gave me these amazing titles, there wasn't really one that I could say, okay, number 6 is perfect. I really wanted to take from the ones that I like the most and play around with the words. So you see the options on here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And all right, so I actually came up with something I grabbed from a few of them, and we came up with different options, right? So one of them was career ignition, fuel up your success in the job market. The second one was fuel your future, power up for the world of work. And just I kept combining them, right? Fuel your career search, navigating the world of work. And in combining those, I was able to then present to my client other options that I knew would not be available, right? That weren't going to be used by anybody else, because I didn't just let ChatGPT give me whatever. I mean, it gave me the options, but I also put in an extra level of creativity by combining different words, combining different titles and subtitles, just to see phonetically how it sounds and still be able to cater to the audience. So the options that she got, she was extremely happy with, and I was able to run them to make sure that there weren't any other titles like these out there, and there aren't. And so that is how you can use ChatGPT. Really be specific. Now, for the rest of the project, I'm going to be a little bit more specific. I'm going to talk about the audience. I'm going to talk about, some specific topics within those titles, right? So that's different. But just to initially come up with your title, just be very specific with what you want, what you're looking for, what words, what keywords you want it to use, and then tell ChatGPT what it is that you want. And whatever options it gives you, you don't have to just directly use them. You don't have to do that. You can just take what you like and put it in this amazing pot of creativity and come out with something that you know you are going to love. I am so happy that she loved the options and that she was able to pick the one that she liked the most. And that means that I did what I was supposed to do. So I did my job. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you because if you're stuck on a title, if you're stuck on, I don't know, what exactly to call this title. And it could be a chapter title, or it could be a book title. It could be anything. It could be, listen, if you're a preacher, it could be a sermon title. If you're writing a dissertation or you're writing a speech, it could be that too. But just remember to allow also yourself, your personality, who you are on the inside, to shine through those ideas of ChatGPT. And the more you give it, the more it'll be able to do that for you too. All right, that's all I have for today. So listen, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you use ChatGPT, how you use it. And yeah, and we'll, I will see y'all next week, because I'll be back next week for another Quick Tip Tuesdays. All of your writing, editing, publishing, book promotion questions, drop them in. You're welcome to drop them in the chat. I am happy to come in here on Tuesdays at noon to meet you here for lunch and to give you some hopefully very useful writing tips. Until then, make sure you keep writing. Bye.